Hello, my name's Lucy and I'm a Korean beauty and skincare blogger at KBeautyHobbit.com, and recently I've started filming these videos when my readers asked me to show them some of these things versus just write about them. One of the recently requested topics was dealing with redness and inflammation. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I would like to start with a disclaimer that if you have severe skin problems, fungal acne, cystic acne, things you maybe don't know what they are, but they're definitely severe, please go see a dermatologist. Please do not rely on my advice. I have combination skin with an oily T-zone and dry to normal everything else. Very prone to pigmentation. I'm very fair. And so I have a lot of redness issues that can come from the sun or from an occasional breakout or just from me touching my face. That does happen. Just scratching a small itch would give me a big red mark sometimes just because I'm so fair. So the two big things that I focus on when I have a breakout is soothing and calming the skin and protecting the skin barrier. A healthy skin barrier is crucial to good looking and youthful and healthy skin. It helps keep the moisture and the good things in and keep the harmful effects of the environment out. So for the soothing part, I like to use products with Centella asiatica. It is a medicinal herb that's very popular in Korean skincare, especially in skincare aimed at acne and redness. It is very soothing, very calming, anti-inflammatory, and it has several derivatives. So you might see it referred to as Centella asiatica, tiger grass, sometimes Cica, and then ingredients like Madecassoside, asiatic acid, and asiaticoside are also derivatives of the Centella plant. And the reason that it's called tiger grass is because there's a legend that says that tigers used to roll in it after fighting with each other to help their wounds heal faster. And then to preserve, protect, restore the skin barrier, I choose products with ceramides in them. Ceramides are lipids that are present in our skin. If you think about our skin as a brick house, then the cells would be the bricks and the ceramides would be the mortar that holds those bricks together. With age, with sun exposure, the ceramide stores are depleted, and that's when we start seeing early signs of aging, loss of elasticity, sagging, and things like that. So I will take you step by step through different product categories that I use to help the breakouts heal faster. So starting with cleansing, in the morning I do not use an oil cleanser, but in the evenings I always do. And any kind of oil cleanser would work. I choose something that is mild and without fragrance, or at least without very robust fragrance. This one is a Second Design oil cleanser. I showed how to use it in my nighttime skincare routine video. I will link that in the description box so you can watch it. But the purpose of an oil cleanser is to dissolve makeup and sunscreen, and then when water is added, it emulsifies and is washed away. The next step is a foaming cleanser, and I choose the Jung foaming cleanser by Etude house. The Jung line is specifically designed for people with sensitive skin and acne sufferers. It's made without fragrance, without irritating ingredients, and this one contains Centella asiatica products. So this one comes in a bottle that basically foams it for you. I'm unfortunately out, so can't really show you, but when you squeeze this, foam comes out and it's ready to use. And it's very convenient. It can be used in the mornings and in the evenings. I've burned through this size fairly quickly, but it does come in a bigger size. The next step, morning or night, would be a toner. And I've been using this toner by the company called CICAGO, and CICAGO makes products with Centella asiatica. So this toner is fragrance free. It comes in the form of a mist, which is very nice because if you're having a painful breakout, you might not want to touch your face or use a cotton ball. It might just create unnecessary friction and be irritating. So the mist is a nice vehicle. Please do make sure though that you follow it with other steps, because simply misting moisture onto your skin and then not sealing it in with anything will cause it to evaporate, taking more water out of your skin as it does. So you'll actually end up with drier skin than what you had when you started, and that is definitely not what we want. The next step in most routines would be an essence. And I don't always use essence in my daily life, but if I'm having a breakout, then I do. And I like this Atopalm Real Barrier Essence Mist. Sometimes I use it instead of a toner, although it's a bit thicker and just richer, I would say, than a regular toner. And then that CICAGO toner, for example, it is white, and this one is a mist as well. But this whole line is made for people with sensitive skin as well, and it really focuses on that skin barrier and supporting it and restoring it. Not only can you have a compromised skin barrier from a breakout or sun exposure, but sometimes also from over exfoliating or using the acids too much. So this is something good to have in your arsenal if you're into acids and exfoliation and occasional sun exposure. This is made with a patented MLE complex of ceramides, and I find it very soothing and nice, fragrance free again. Sometimes I spray it directly to my face, but more often I just spray it into the palms of my hands, because I find that I usually don't have breakouts that are so painful that I can't touch them, so I prefer to use my hands. I'm just used to it. But if you like to spray it directly onto your face, that you can do that. The next step would be a serum, and here I have a couple different ones. So number one, this is my loved, tried and true favorite by the brand called Purito. This is the Green Level Buffet Serum, has Centella in it. It's very soothing. It does have a bit of a scent, and it comes in a pump bottle, and it has a gel consistency. Let's see if I can get it. You can kind of see it. It's a thick gel, and it absorbs very quickly. I'm almost out of it. I saved a little bit just to show it in the video, but it can be used morning and night. It gets absorbed fairly quickly, doesn't affect your makeup application, and it's just overall a really nice product, easy to use. Then I've recently bought this product, which I use mostly at night. It's by a brand called Aromatica, and it's a lively blue calming oil. The reason that it's blue is it's made with a component called azulene, and it is a naturally blue ingredient, so this isn't dyed with anything, and it is just an amazing, soothing, calming oil. It is quite light in texture. If I can show you, see, it does run. And even though it's an oil, it's what's called a dry oil, which sounds interesting if you've never experienced that, but pretty much it is not oily or greasy. You just rub it on, and you can see that it's already pretty much absorbing. So it's very calming. It can be used in the morning, especially if your skin is on the dry side, but in the mornings I'm a little short on time usually. I do have an example morning routine filmed. I will link it in this video that you can check it out, but at night I have a little more time, so I would use this oil, and I really, really love it. I should also say that you do not have to use all of these things or all of the categories every time. Listen to your skin, see what your skin is asking for, and go from there. I have quite a few things here that I've accumulated, partially due to just my fascination with new things, and partially due to the nature of this blogging thing that I do. You know, I try a lot of things so I can tell people about them, but find a couple core products that work for you and stick with them. You do not have to have all of these options. But I have this interesting thing here that can fit into a lot of different parts in the routine. This is by a brand called Benton, and it is Goodbye Redness Centella Gel. It is a clear gel, just like an aloe gel, but it has centella in it, and you can put it on by itself right after cleansing and just stop there, or you can put it on after toner or instead of toner even, and it's just a nice soothing gel. I use it sometimes before a sheet mask, and I put a sheet mask on to kind of seal it in. So it's a multi-purpose anti-inflammatory, anti-redness gel. I also put it on my eyebrows after I get them threaded because, like I said, I'm so fair, everything just goes red, and threading is quite a traumatic experience for my skin, I feel like. So check it out if you have problems like I do with the redness. Then an emulsion. So the emulsion is a moisturizer. It is usually lighter than cream, but not always. One of my favorites is this one. Again, this is a Etude House Jung line, 10-free emulsion. I bought the smaller size and I regret it. First of all, because I like this. This is fragrance-free, has Centella asiatica ingredients, and it's very soothing and calming and very nice. But the reason I regret buying the smaller size is because of the vehicle it's in. Look at this bottle. So to get anything out of it, I'll try and get it focused, you have to shake it, and it does come out. You can shake it out, but the bigger sizes come with a pump, and I much prefer that. It's just easier and you don't have to struggle with shaking it. Of course, always in the mornings you want to use SPF, and here's where it might be different from what you normally use. If your regular SPF uses chemical filters, and there's a number of chemical filters out there, then perhaps if you have sensitive skin or breakout prone skin or an active breakout going on, perhaps you might want to try something with just physical filters. Physical filters are less irritating or not irritating at all for most people. It's usually zinc oxide or titanium oxide, and I prefer physical filters personally. They can sometimes have a white cast, and they kind of have a bad reputation because for being white and sticky and oily and smelling funky, but that's mostly I see in American-made and European-made products. The Korean and Japanese sunscreens, even the physical ones, are actually very pleasant aesthetically. They do not leave a lot of white cast, at least on my skin. Granted, I am fair, so perhaps on darker skinned tones you might see a little white cast. But I've been using, and I'm almost out of this Etude Madecassoside sun cream. Wow, say that 5 times fast. It is a cream, so you can use that instead of a cream, but it has SPF in it as well, and it has that Madecassoside, which is a Centella derivative. So it's made specifically for acne-prone skin, and it is beautiful texture-wise. Let me see if I can squeeze this last little drop. Okay, so it is this. Did I turn it? There we go. Okay, so it's this white cream, and it's just so moisturizing and so soothing, and it doesn't leave any kind of white cast on me. It's not sticky. It gets absorbed by the skin pretty quickly, and you can put makeup on top of that without a primer if you want, and I've had no problems whatsoever using it. It does have a bit of a scent, nothing too crazy, nothing too strong, and I'm almost out of this tube, and I wish that it came in a bigger size, but I haven't seen it in a bigger size. Okay, so that's kind of the core routine. Then I have a couple supplemental treatments that I do. Number one would be the CosRx acne patches. These are fantastic for a couple of reasons. They are made out of the same material that is used in hospital settings for wound dressing. They are these dots that come in different sizes. I've used up already all the big ones, and so I have the medium ones left here and the small. And basically you put that onto clean skin, right onto an active zit or an active pimple, and it absorbs all the oil and all the infection, and then when you remove it, your skin feels better, it looks better. It even works on closed breakouts that do not have a head, the very painful hormonal acne. I have occasionally on my face, sometimes on my back. I do put these on my back as well, and they just work so well. But more importantly, perhaps, they keep me from picking and scratching and squeezing. I'm awful at always wanting to pick. If I see something that looks like I could squeeze something out of it, I'm going to try, and that is not a way to be. That can cause post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, so basically stubborn pigmentation spots that do not go away for years, even with acids, and it can cause the breakout to spread. It's just not a good thing. So These absolutely keep my hands away. I would use them at night before bed, before applying anything else, even before toner, just on dry, clean skin. And sometimes if I'm home, I will put them on during the day as well. They're not completely invisible, but they're not so in your face that I feel self-conscious wearing them. I'm pretty sure my husband can't tell, and if you could, that's fine too. And then another thing here is this, again, Real Barrier Atopalm from their line. This is a soothing gel cream mask. It's a sheet mask that is made out of gauze. It's very soft and very gentle, and the gel in it, instead of the essence, it has this thick, clear gel. So putting this on clean skin after toner and leaving it on hydrates and soothes the skin, and then afterwards I just rub that gel in very gently into my face, and that's it. I don't feel like I need a cream even after that or anything else. It's a very easy one-step soothing, calming procedure. I will put links for everything that I'm talking about in the description box, and if I have a full review for the product, which I do for most of these on my blog, I will link to that as well. So now that we talked about all the skincare things, let's talk about perhaps the most important thing from the aesthetics is makeup. What do you do when you are having a breakout and you still need to leave the house? You don't want to scare small kids or your coworkers, and you just want to feel confident and better about what your face looks like. And we can definitely debate that beauty is on the inside, and I absolutely agree with that. However, I still want to look presentable, and I still want to feel confident going out even if I have a big breakout. So the one thing that I would say is it's probably better to have a little red spot or a little pimple that is somewhat visible than to have caked on layers of makeup trying to hide it. I think that without being a professional makeup artist, without being a picture that is photoshopped, it is very hard to completely hide an active breakout to a point where nobody can see it. So I just do my best, and I think that the overall impression of the face, the overall glow, the overall appearance of skin that is healthy and well taken care of is much more important than having actual absolute perfection, which is unattainable anyway. So when I do my makeup, which is quite limited, I pick things that will actually help the breakout heal. So I have this little spot concealer by Missha. It's a spot cover. It is made with Centella Asiatica, as you may have guessed. It's a little squeeze tube like this, and there's a product comes out of this little nozzle, and then you can just apply it to the specific spots that you need to apply it to. It does only come in one color, and it's a bit yellow, but for my skin it does work, and it helps that pimple calm down. Well, as you go about your day, even though this is a makeup product, it still has a skincare benefit. If I'm breaking out really badly, or if it's just a large area, maybe I just have redness, or maybe I was bad and I picked, and that always makes it worse, then I'll wear some BB cream. And here again, I would pick a functional BB cream with some kind of beneficial ingredient in it. So I love this Purito one. I'm unfortunately out of the full size, but I have all these samples here which work just as well, and in fact keep the product really fresh. But their BB cream is made with Snail mucin, which is a star K-beauty ingredient for breakouts and also for anti-aging. So as I apply this, it will not only not irritate my skin further, but it actually helps it heal as I go about my day. And a lot of the time, by the time I get home and take off my makeup and wash my face, my skin actually feels and looks a lot better than it did in the morning before applying all of these things. And most of the time, I would just do powder. I use this Skinfood peach powder. They've changed packaging since I bought it. I show how to use it in my morning skincare routine, but it's just a basic little clear, colorless powder. So I use that most of the time, and just a little concealer, if anything. Most of the time my redness is just not so bad. Well guys, those are my top tips and tricks for redness and inflammation. Again, that is applicable to me and it works for me. That doesn't mean it will work for everybody. If you have any specific or any serious concerns, please talk to your doctor. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you'd like to read more reviews, go to KBeautyHobbit.com or find me on Instagram at KBeautyHobbit. And until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and remember to listen to your skin.